Hello, it is lovely to see you back on the mat and back on Yoga with Paige. I am Paige, if we have not had the pleasure of practicing together before, and today we have a nice stress and anxiety relieving practice. We stay really low to the ground. We try to foster any connection that we can, connection to yourself, anything that makes you feel a little bit more calm, relaxed. So we move through some soothing postures. We move really gently and just try to calm down the nervous system. So we focus a lot on our breath. We do end this practice with attention to our breath, a short little period to meditate or practice some mindfulness or some pranayama techniques. And I do recommend grabbing a little folded blanket or a small bolster for a few of our postures at the end of our practice. So whenever you're ready, we can begin to feel good. We're going to begin this practice as well as end it with some attention to our breath and just being home with ourselves here in this space for ourselves on our mat. So we have a few options. You can stay sitting up on the knees. Maybe you want to take an easy seat, or if it is in your practice, don't force yourself here. Come into hero pose with the legs on the side, sitting rooted down with the sit bones. So just choosing a posture that feels good to you, that maybe we can close the eyes and just naturally let yourself release thought and come into the body, the feeling body. I recommend bringing hands to heart center, and I do invite you to close the eyes if that feels good. Just allow your breath to be what it is. Not changing its rhythm, not forcing yourself to do anything here. Let anything that needs to come up for you today release in this practice. No judgment if we need to release some tears or maybe we laugh a little bit. Bringing your awareness to the lower belly. Feeling your breath as it inflates and deflates. Maybe noticing a sound as it travels through your body. And maybe you'd like to take the hands to the belly to help yourself feel the breath. Perhaps fostering a deeper connection to self. Really coming into this present moment. Releasing any fears, any anxieties, any judgments, any harsh thoughts. Releasing what you can on the exhales. Maybe visualizing it actually leaving your body. Taking just a few more breaths here. And whenever you're ready, you can release the hands from the belly, Blink the eyes open, come back into the room. Maybe take a moment here to just notice how you feel right now. If that few moments of mindfulness made you feel any different. Breath is a powerful thing. And when you're ready, turn to face the front of the mat if you weren't already, coming onto the knees. First, coming through traditional tabletop to extend the left leg long, planting the heel in line with the right knee. Finding a modified cat-cow. We can always take regular cat-cow if you would like. So really ground down through the outer edge of that left foot as you inhale and lift the chest. Send the tailbone up to the sky. Exhale, round through the back, tucking the chin. Matching breath to movement here. Finding a pace that nurtures you. And meeting back in neutral spine. Take the left leg behind you, straight behind, really ground down through the hands. Then bend the knee. Inhale, send the toes up to the sky. Maybe take a slight back bend. And exhale, draw the knee to the nose, crunch. Finding 3 rounds of these. Just waking up the spine. Moving with the breath. Finishing out and meeting in tabletop. Extending the right leg long. Take your time, move gently here, no need to rush. This is a healing practice. Inhale, cow pose, and exhale, cat. Take one more round. Before coming into our little tiger pose flow. Sweep that right leg behind. Bend the knee. Inhale, send the toes up. And exhale, round through the back. Moving with intention. Allowing the mind to maybe quiet down or empty some as we tune into the body and the breath. And when you're finished, cross the feet at the ankles, come through an easy seat to extend this right leg long. Left foot comes to the inner thigh. Situate yourself here. Square the hips. And take your next inhale to reach up through the crown of the head. Sitting up nice and tall. And on your next exhale, gently creep the fingertips towards the right foot. Keeping a nice long spine. Maybe we don't fold too far. We'll be here for a few breaths, so you can just allow yourself to gently melt. Maybe you want to find a little soothing sway. Make this practice whatever you need it to be. And if that means going rogue and making up your own little flow, by all means, Go for it. One last breath. And then raise the chest, come back through neutral spine. Extend this left leg, coming through staff pose. Ground down through the sit bones as you inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Fingertips are reaching for the sky, palms are facing forward. Nice strong arms here. Drop the shoulders down. Find length in the arms. And just hold here for 2 more breaths. We can bend the knees generously if we need to. And on your next exhale, let the fingertips fall to the sides. Take the right foot and plant it on the inside of the left thigh. Square those hips before. Inhale, reaching up. Big breath. And exhale, slowly fold forward. Allowing yourself time to just be, to just hold yourself close to the earth, close to the mat, close to yourself. So many times we build up all of these little things and make them into mountains when really, truly the only thing that matters is you, your health and your well-being. Everything else we can deal with. Everything will right itself in its own time. Take one deep inhale in through the nose. Really fill the belly, let it expand. Hold at the top. And exhale, really draw the navel into the spine. Let all the air out. And slowly come back up. Come back through staff pose, extending the right leg long. Make sure you have enough room behind you. And plant the hands behind the bum. Fingertips point towards the hips. Coming into an upward plank. So really press through the hands. Engage the core. Press through the heels to lift the hips up. And then we can point the feet. Maybe letting the head drop slightly back. Really gripping through the fingers, feeling a nice stretch in the fronts of the shoulders, getting a nice long line. Maybe feeling an opening in the front of the throat. Hold here, 1 more breath. Squeeze. And exhale, slowly lower the hips back down. And return back to neutral spine. Tuck the feet in towards the hips and come up onto the feet, making your way into a little squat, a little malasana. And if your heels do not reach the mat, that's totally okay. And take what you need here. We will stay here for a little bit, about 10 breaths. So maybe if you're feeling a little anxious, you might want to find little movements to kind of work through that energy. Maybe you want to fidget it out like I'm doing. Or maybe you want to find a static hold and just really focus on sending your pelvis down as you reach the heart center up. This is your practice. Always make it what you need to be. And just practice listening to yourself. Listening to your gut. Finding a few more breaths wherever you are. anchoring back with your breath. And whenever you're ready, plant the fingertips down, walk the hands out, plant the knees, mat width apart, Take the big toes together and release down into a nice wide child pose. And if you want some more inner connection, a little more soothing, you can maybe encircle the head with the arms. Kind of hold yourself, give yourself a little hug here. Maybe make a little pillow. And just allow a gentle release and opening of the groins. Give yourself permission to relax and let go. Let go of what is no longer serving you. Locate any areas of tension or stiffness and see where you can consciously soften. On your next inhale, gently unraveling yourself from wherever you are. We're coming onto the back next, however you would like to get there. If you want to flip, do any of those things. And if you are using a blanket or a bolster, you might want to place that on the side of your mat. We'll be using it shortly. So gently roll down onto the back. Plant the feet mat width apart. We can send the arms out to the sides or over the head and just find gentle supine windshield wipers. So letting the knees drop to one side and then the other. Feeling your lower back slightly lift off the mat. Maybe getting a stretch in the front of the legs. Just notice what's going on down there. Using your ability to attune to awareness to bring you back into this moment. And then whenever both of your knees drop to the right side, you can let them stay there. Just let gravity take hold, finding a slight small twist in the lower back. Keeping the chest open, lifted towards the sky. And then gently take the knees skyward as you come onto the back and send them over to the left. Taking a moment to notice the contact points from you to your mat. Where are you physically grounding? And on your next out breath, return to center, bringing the knees back up towards the ceiling and extending the legs long, coming into legs up the wall. We can do this at a wall with the legs on the wall. Maybe we want to place our pillow or our blanket or bolster under our lower back to give our pelvis a little raise there. Maybe put the pillow blanket behind your head for a little pillow. Make yourself comfortable. Wherever you can feel more at ease. Just letting the blood flow back away from the feet, up to the heart, up to the chest and the abdomen. If you're still feeling a little anxious, you can always kind of wiggle the feet around, maybe roll out the ankles. Put your fidgeting energy to good use. Pressing the lower back down. Find 2 more big, deep breaths. And then slowly lower the legs, coming into a fish pose or supported fish pose. So place the blanket or bolster under your back, under the small of your back. Or we can place it on the head to let the head drop back. We have a few options here. Extending the legs out long, flexing the feet. Letting the head drop back, opening through the front of the throat. Just here for a few breaths. Nice and easy. And if you need to come up at any time, just make sure you do so carefully and slowly. And whenever you're ready, gently lift the head back up. Slowly untuck the arms, release the blanket or bolster. Lie back down on the back, tuck the knees into the chest, wrap your arms around the knees, and give yourself a little hug. Maybe we want to rock side to side. Or find some stillness and maybe bring the head up to the knees and really just give yourself a loving embrace here. Send yourself the love and compassion that you give others when they're having a hard time. Show yourself the same love and respect. Just stay here for a few more breaths, however long you need. And we'll meet sitting up in an easy seat. Again, taking your time, meeting me here whenever you're ready, or in any other position that feels good to you. We are entering our mindfulness meditation part of this practice. So if easy seat is not the seat for you, please take your comfiest position now and see what calls to you. If there are any breathing techniques or anything that's coming to mind, listen to yourself. And if you would like to follow along, I will be taking some rounds of alternate nostril breathing. It really helps calm me down when I'm feeling anxious. So if you haven't done this before, I do have a video explaining it. I can link it for you below. We'll do a quick round or two together, and then I'll just let you go on your own. So right hand up, pinky and thumb out. Thumb closes off the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Close with the pinky. Open the thumb and exhale. Inhale through the right nostril. Close it off. Open the pinky and exhale. One more time together. Inhale through the left. Close. Open the right and exhale. Inhale. Close. Open the left and exhale fully. Continuing on your own or finding anything else that suits you. And at this time, you are welcome to pause this video, my good friend, if you want some more time to practice your breathing or your meditation. But this is the point of the practice where we end together. So thank you so much for joining me on the mat today, especially if you're feeling extra vulnerable or in a time of need. I am honored to be your guide here. I am sending you all of my loving energy through the screen, a virtual little hug, and I look forward to the next time we meet on the mat.